I cut off my grandparents after finding out they lied about my mom not wanting me. My whole life, my grandparents told me my parents didn't want me. They raised me from birth and always said my mom and dad just abandoned me because they weren't ready to be parents. I believed them. I mean, why wouldn't I? My mom never came to my birthdays, never sent cards or presents. I didn't even know what she looked like. When I was 5, I remember crying and asking why they didn't want me. My grandparents just said some people aren't meant to be parents. They had pictures of my mom around the house, but never my dad. So I decided if they rejected me, I'd reject them back. I grew up angry at these people I'd never met. Then a month after I turned 18, I got a Facebook friend request from someone named Johanna. The message said she was my birth mother and asked if I wanted to meet. I was curious, so I said yes. When we met at this coffee shop downtown, she started crying the second she saw me. It was super awkward. I didn't know what to do, but then she said something that confused me. She told me she'd been waiting for me to turn 18 because that's when the restraining order expired. I had no idea what she was talking about. What restraining order? That's when she explained everything. She said my grandparents bullied her into giving me up when I was born. She was only 19 and scared. My dad had just had a mental breakdown and my grandparents convinced her that child services would take me away if she kept me. They told her she was too young and unstable to raise a baby. So she signed her rights away thinking it was best for me. But then they completely cut her off, and when she tried to visit me, they got a restraining order against her. I called her a liar, told her she was making excuses for abandoning me. She said she had proof and could send it to me, but I didn't want to hear it. I left and drove straight to my grandparents' house. I walked in and told them what Johanna said. They just sat there quiet. Then my grandpa looked at me and said, "You were the son I was meant to have instead of Johanna." I asked if it was true, if they really did that. He said, yes. Said I was meant to carry on the family name and bloodline like that made it okay. I felt sick. These people raised me. I called them mom and dad for 18 years and they lied to me about everything. I grabbed my stuff and left. My grandma called an hour later, asking when I was coming home, acting like nothing happened. I told her I wasn't coming back. My grandpa called next, telling me to stop being immature and come home like I was the one in the wrong. Johanna sent me all the proof. Court documents, the restraining order, text messages. She didn't even need to by that point. I already knew she was telling the truth. I texted her back saying I needed time, which she understood. But cutting off my grandparents has been brutal. They raised me. They were my parents for 18 years. Even though they lied, it still hurts. Now their whole family is calling me.